On July 31st, we interviewed an employee working at a store inside Aeon Mall Kumamoto.
爆発の10分前まで私自身いてですね、命あることだけにまず感謝したいなって本当思いますね。
めっちゃぶつけてるよ。
On July 28th, an earthquake that reached a maximum seismic intensity of 7 struck Kumamoto Prefecture. This is a message sent to employees working at the Aeon Mall, urging them to return home. It was received at 5:12 p.m., approximately 40 minutes after the earthquake occurred. About 3 minutes later, another employee says they smelled gas inside the building. About 40 minutes later, at around 5:50 p.m., seven people lost their lives in this explosion.
音はもう轟音というか、もう轟いてましたね。やっぱ大きい音がですね。
Another employee described the tremendous force of the explosion.
振り返ったらもう一気に煙が上がってたので、明らかに衝撃波っていう感じだったので。
The accident is believed to have been a gas explosion.
2階部分の損傷が非常に大きいなと。南側の部分の一角に集中した爆発という認識をいたしております。
Why was this area so heavily damaged? We interviewed an employee familiar with that area.
店舗の裏にバックヤードがあるんですね。
A possible clue emerged. An expert on gas explosions focused on something specific.
クーリングファンが爆発と同時にこれ跳ね飛ばされて、この辺が爆発の中心、爆心地ではないかなと。
Looking closely at the location identified by the expert, the image on the left was taken 1.5 years ago. A cooling fan can be seen attached to rooftop equipment. However, footage taken after the explosion showed that the fan had been blown off.
爆心地の上では天井どころか屋根まで穴が開いたと。そしてそこにあるクーリングファンも飛ばされているのではないか。ということは下からの圧力でポンと飛ばされている可能性があると。
So what does the inside look like? This is footage inside the facility filmed by drone. Near the area the expert believes may have been the explosion's center. The stores had been completely obliterated, leaving only their steel framework. What was located on the second floor? Here's the floor map. On the east side was Aeon's supermarket. On the west side were stores selling electronics, clothing, and other goods. On the north side was a movie theater, and then the south side. This was the area that suffered especially severe damage. So what was located here? We interviewed an employee very familiar with that location. We learned something important.
店舗の裏にバックヤードがあるんですね。
The severely damaged area had a backyard. This employee-only area does not appear on maps available to the public. The employee carefully explained the layout and size of the rooms which were added to the map.
こちらで合ってるか確認していただけますでしょうか。ご覧ください。
This is the reconstructed layout of the backyard based on the employee's explanation. On the east side was the employee's resting space. Across a stairway on the west side were vending machines and a smoking room. This is footage from a store on the second floor that sold bags. As the camera moves forward, a light can be seen beyond fallen shelves. Moving closer reveals a door. Beyond that door, another room appears to be across a hallway. This is the employee's resting space. On the west of that, near the location the expert identified as the possible blast center, is the smoking room. The expert says gas may have accumulated there. The expert believes it is possible that the explosion occurred in this smoking room. The expert also says that a nearby vending machine may have automatically switched on its temperature control system, producing a spark that could have triggered the explosion. Police and fire authorities are continuing to investigate the cause of the accident.